Welcome, everybody, to the second edition of the 101st Air Refueling Wings Company Grade Officer Council Scoville interview. I have with me Chief Master Sergeant Stanley Philip Niederowski.
One and only, thank God.
That's right.
Yep.
Born St. Patty's Day, 1966.
Ouch.
My partner in crime here, my right-hand man. Stan, it's good to be with you today.
Good to be here, sir.
Thanks for being willing to do this.
Absolutely.
I know there's a little bit of trepidation with your palate and the wings, but I think that we're going to get through this. We have 10 pieces of chicken sitting in front of us, generously smoked up by our own Mike Bachman and properly tossed in the 10 Scoville sauces. A little bit of an amp up from the last time where I know I received a lot of criticism for dipping the chicken in the sauce, but we're gonna go one step beyond that here today, Chief. The way this is gonna work is I'm gonna ask, we're gonna take a bite.
Sure.
And after the bite, we can comment, react, whatever we think. And then we're gonna ask some questions. So, are you ready for this? You have any opening comments, any last words?
Last words, we do have a bleep on this, right? Bleep? Okay, good. Just in case.
Just in case.
I'm just kidding. I'm ready.
Okay, ready. So we're going to start off here with our number one, the lemon garlic habanero. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Nope. You're right. Never mind.
You almost started.
Wow. That would have been awesome.
What are your thoughts there?
I took a big bite. That's what my thought is. It's delicious. So far.
Good. It is good. The chicken is amazing. Really good flavor there. First question.
That's all, Mike.
As we were working through the setup of this show, I came up with a question that wasn't on my list, but since we were talking about the recent passing of Ozzy Osbourne and some other great music legends that are coming to the main amphitheater here this summer, what is Stan Niederowski's go-to music on a road trip? What do you listen to?
Country. Go-to is definitely Kenny Chesney.
Kenny Chesney.
And Old Dominion.
Old Dominion.
And John Party.
Yeah, and those last two I'm not real familiar with. Are they old school, new school?
John Party, kind of an old school soul, I would say. And Old Dominion is, let's call it new country.
New country.
Not for everybody. I like it a lot. It's I don't call it positive music, but positive music.
Boppy. Feel good.
Yeah, feel good. It's good road trip music.
Good road trip.
Yeah.
Awesome.
When Trish is asleep, when we're heading to Florida,
You gotta have something. Yeah, you gotta have something. All right, how about old school metal though? Is if there's an old school metal band, one band from the day, back in the day.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
My brother's turned me on to them. Yep.
Yeah.
Get the thumbs up from Andy.
Yeah,
there it is. Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to number two.
Sure.
All right. We got Karma sauce. Lift off. You ready for number two?
Sure.
Let's do it.
There we go. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, so we alleged to it. You're a Mainer.
Yes.
You and I have talked a lot. If you want to tell the audience a little bit about your upbringing on the tree streets of Bangor,
but
well maybe what I'd really like to, whatever you want to share with us on that topic. But
sure.
Who were your heroes back then? What did you aspire to? What did you look up to?
My dad, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like a man's man. He was born in 1919, so he's an older dad. I'm old now too, but he. So a lot of the other kids in school had dads that were much younger than my dad. But my dad was like a hard worker, 31-year veteran, Air Force and Army Air Corps. So that's how long ago he went in. And so I went up through the Catholic school system in Bangor, St. John's, and then John Batts. And so it was a natural fit for me to join the military after I thought I was going to crush the world with nothing but a ego and a high school diploma. And so then I got smart and joined the Air Force and did 10 years and then came out here and been here since 2000-ish. So yeah, loving it. Yeah.
That's awesome. We love having you. We know that.
Thank you.
Not a single soul on this wing, obviously, who doesn't know the command chief, but in particular, Stan Niederowski. So we're thankful. We're grateful for you, Dad,
appreciate it.
And all those folks
that
made you who you are. Okay, we got number three is called Hot Ones. Here, Stan. Pickled garlic sriracha.
Garlic sriracha. All right, here we go.
Ready?
I'm ready. Is that big enough bite? We good?
I could eat that whole thing.
It is the tastiest one so far.
It is, yeah. Just
Yep.
here it comes. I can tell you. The worst part of the last time I did this, I did fine. I thought I did fine the entire thing, and then camera was off, and I did one of those where you just you sniff it all back up into your sinuses, and all of that hit at once, and it put me on the ground. So just be warned. Be warned. It's coming.
Looking forward to it.
This question is for Joe Biscay. What do you bench?
What do I bench? Wow. I don't know if you'd call it a bench anymore.
Well, that's an inside joke, obviously,
Right.
from
Yeah.
our stand-ups,
Yep.
from our stand-ups here that we do in this room at the 101st every Thursday.
I really wondered if this question was going to make its way in. I really did, swear to God.
This lead into a question I was going to ask you is that we all know, those of us who work with you on a daily basis, we know the importance of your routine and how you stay fit. But as we talk about battle rhythm at the wing, right? And the importance of being steady, predictable, repeatable as we go through the battle rhythm of the year, I just wondered if you wanted to share some thoughts with kind of the discipline of your life that we all see, we witness it, and maybe how important that is to you, where you learned it. Was it something that Stanley was born with, or is it something that you had to develop over time in your career?
I think it definitely had to come along. I had to get smart about it. I had to get mature about it. I think it was always there. I think it was instilled by my mom and dad. My dad, again, a military guy, lifelong. I obviously didn't know him then when he was in the military. He retired when I was 2. But again, I think it was always there, and just something that I love the repetition of it. I love kind of having a routine to get my day going. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but there's the Navy admiral that has the
make your bed guy.
Make your bed guy.
Yeah.
And that kind of clicked with me years ago when I saw it. And so every day, I can't get up and make my bed because my lovely bride's in bed still. And so I get up and I do my thing. I get up and it's a very set routine. It's boring for sure, but I love it. So yeah. And for me, the fitness side of thing is just the consistency of it. I don't crush it. I don't do anything amazing. I just try to do my best and keep consistent at it. So I don't want to stroke out on the trail. Yeah. As a 60-year-old guy, so we'll see.
Well, it's been seeing you and Bailey do a lot of push-ups in the office lately. So obviously it's about making it fun.
Sure, absolutely.
Yep. No, that's great.
Perfect.
Thanks. All right, that was number 3. We're on number 4 here, Stan. Number 4 is what is that? A Lotus Local Fire? Sure. I'm probably not saying that right, but that's. Lotus. That sounds like street corn type stuff. Yeah, it even says right there, it tastes like your favorite street corn. All right. So let me come up with what my next question is going to be.
All right.
You ready?
I'm getting after it. Yep.
This one's got some nice breading on it too.
Yep. Good job, Mike. That's going to look good on camera right there. I promise you. Oh, sorry. Am I supposed to be asking a question?
All right. I know you don't have one right now.
Sneaky heat again.
But I know you're a big motorcycle guy.
Yep.
Where's your favorite motorcycle ride you ever did?
Wow. Go-to is always the coast. Favorite group ride would be to head down towards Northeast Harbor, go do Sergeant's Drive, ride around the island, stop off at Rosalie's, get a pizza.
Yeah, did we work that in?
Yep, absolutely. It's not a pitch. Ride back into Ellsworth, get a Blueberry Hill ice cream. Nice ride home, so that was always it. Solo ride was always out Route 9 in Hamden over to China, and then come back in through Belfast and do that. So that was always a great ride by myself. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. You and I've talked a lot. I remember one time you were out on Guam and you and a couple other guys rented some Harleys and drove around the island.
We did.
Yeah. Do you have a favorate ride? It's like in the world that you've been, or?
I'd have to say that's it.
That one?
Yeah, Colonel Salisbury and I rented bikes, and I questioned him right away because we were leaving the dealership, and he turned left straight into a rainstorm, and I was like, "What is this guy doing?" But it was a genius move because we were going to hit rain sooner or later, and we just got it out of the way, and we had a blast. And I actually got to see a whole different side of Colonel Salisbury that day. He's a hell of a rider, and so it was fun. That's fun.
Well, it's really cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
That one's sneaky.
Yeah, it's sneaky hot, sneaky hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 5. It's called Hot Ones. And I'm looking at this. I'm looking at all that, those little red dashes of something. It's chunky.
Pain. Red dashes of pain.
You ready?
No. I'm doing everything that I would get in trouble with by Trish. Eating with my mouth full,
Elbows on the table.
making a mess on the table. Yeah. What's the record for holdout on going for the milk?
Looks like we're getting a 6.
6?
6.
And that's number 5?
That's one on number 5.
All right.
I thought about it the last one.
I'm getting a little glow on my head, I can tell. Woofda.
Well, the wing's going through some periods of big change.
Yes.
Chief, as we all know, and some of you, or when you watch this video, may not even realize yet, but we've been talking about it at staff meetings. You know, the Air Force is going through this realignment where we're actually doing away with maintenance groups and ops groups, and we're realigning staff into something called an A staff, changing the whole structure of the wing and how we deploy and how we posture. That's probably the most visible and impactful. We have reductions in our civilian workforce that they're mandatory across the state, just like the rest of the federal workforce. We're having to do this 10% reduction throughout your career and throughout your life. Change. If you have any thoughts from a personal level or on a wing level about all the change that's coming based on your experience, we'd love to hear them.
Yeah. Well, I've been through a lot, like you said. I mean, we went from, the Cold War ended when I was in active duty, going from active duty to guard. And, I was part of a RIF when I did it. I volunteered to do it, but again, it was still a RIF, reduction in force. And, then separating from the military that I never thought I would. So uprooting Trish and bringing her back home, which we were happy to do, but still. And then discovering the civilian life, and that was weird. And so, was very fortunate with several jobs I held there, but really missed the military. So obviously came back in and been through a lot of changes here. I went through a lot of commanders and a couple of different changes in jobs and that. But this time period right now, I'll be honest, is probably the most dramatic change since I've been in. And maybe that's just because I'm seeing it from a different viewpoint. Working up here with you and Colonel Clapp and Sergeant Allard and the LT and Captain Huron. Maybe it's because of that angle, but I really think that with everything that's coming so quickly, there's a lot. And the best thing I can say for folks to do is just be flexible. I mean, I know that's easy to say, but the flexibility part of that is going to be huge because we do have to roll with the punches and just keep on doing what we do. And sometimes it's going to be painful, just like this. But sometimes it's going to be painful.
Sometimes it's going to be. Yeah. Sometimes it's hurt. Yeah. And you and I have talked about it. And I love those thoughts. But focusing on what we can control.
Right. 100%.
Right, is a really important piece of that.
Yep.
Part of that, what we can control, in my experience, is our attitude. And
100%.
You are a very important person for me, helping to maintain that positive attitude in the office. And I know that you're also a very important person to this wing at large in terms of just maintaining that, positive outlook, that positive attitude on life, regardless of what's going on. So I want to just say on behalf of myself and the wing, we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You epitomize that positive attitude.
Thank you. Well, we've got a great crew of senior enlisted leaders right now that exude the same. And I can name names, but I won't do that right now because someone will be embarrassed. But Jeremiah Delisle, Mike Guthrie,
as long as you don't mention
Delisle. I hate to give him credit, but I'll give it to him. Yeah. So we got a bunch of them though. We got a bunch of great people. Yep.
Yeah, and that might have been an accidental preview.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. I have a follow-on question.
Okay.
After kind of to everything we just talked about there, but after we get a bite of number 6. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if this is smart enough, but I'm going in heavy on this one. Michelle, I need you to edit that out. Thank you.
I'm on number 6, Cap. I'm on number 6. At least I tied.
There you go. I keep my streak of no milk for 35 years going if I can.
Wow.
So, I'm just kidding.
Wow. During your last response, you mentioned the fact that you went and you worked in the civilian world.
I did.
After active duty, before you joined the Guard. You were a drill status guardsman, which, of course, a majority of the folks in this wing are drill status guardsmen, or they were drill status guardsmen at some point. My own experience with it was relatively short, but I do know that one of the best things in the toolbox of a command chief is really knowing people, right? And I'm curious if you have any thoughts or perspective on how that time, I know you worked at, among other places, a car dealership, had to interact with the public a lot. What did you take out of that experience that then you turned around and you turned into useful knowledge as you lead here at the wing?
Well, I guess looking back on it, having that experience as a DSG is super valuable in this job and as a first sergeant when I was doing that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how DSGs do it. I mean, it amazes me. Coming out here every day and doing what we do is not easy, but it's much easier than the DSG life. They blow me away. And I'll take it to the next level with the drill status first sergeants. They show up on Friday. I know they stay well engaged during the month, but they show up and it's a surprise to them. And I can only speak to that part of it. I know a lot of people face the same thing when they come in, but from my experience, just showing up and seeing what they have to go through as the first sergeants, it really impresses me what everybody's able to do, and then to stick with it for a lifelong, like almost a lifelong career. That's really impressive. To kind of have to hit the reset from their civilian life, their family life, come out here, do what they do on the drill weekends is certainly impressive, at the very least. So, yeah.
Did you have to learn a little bit of patience dealing with the community there?
I don't know if I learned it, yeah. No, I really did, because I enjoyed what I did. I was a service writer at several dealerships, and that was fun. I loved dabbling in the car world. I'm not smart enough or technical enough to be a technician or a mechanic, but I know enough to be dangerous, so I could speak the speak when they would come in, and that was great, and I could speak the speak with the technician, the mechanic, so that worked well too. But it was a fun experience for sure, and I worked for some great people on the outside, so that made it even better.
Yeah, you mentioned them. You mentioned them to me in conversations, and one of the reasons I asked that question is because every once in a while, a lesson that you learned, not from anybody in your military career, but your chance that you had to work in the community, and I just think that is such the value of the Guard, right? Is that all of our DSGs have that experience, or those things that they touch outside, and they bring that to bear.
And kind of follow up on that is that every single place that I worked for, it's not like a job hop, but I did work for several different facilities, and every single one of them saw the value in the Guard and in the military. That was what was really impressive, because I wasn't the only one that worked for them and for the Guard as well, so that was really cool to see the support that they gave their folks, and impressive. Yep.
Great. Number 7. We're down to the last 4. This is Butterfly Bakery.
This is the LT. Is this the one you mentioned, sir?
No, the next one.
Oh, the next one. Okay. Butterfly Bakery.
I can't get over the breading on this chicken.
I'm trying to get cool air in, and it's not working. Smoky? Am I gonna say?
Wow, there's a little smoke in all of it, right?
Yeah. Well, he did that on purpose, but.
Okay. It's a blend of Serrano, Habanero, Carolina Reaper, Ghost, and Carbon peppers from Vermont. Ah, okay. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right. Diabolical CGOs in this place, I tell you. All right.
Yeah, kudos, because this was a smart idea.
All right. You have it all. You have a chance. You go through that time warp machine, and you run into Airman Niederowski reporting to Loring Air Force Base for the first time. What advice do you give him? What would you have, if I knew then what I knew now, type of thing, to share with maybe our folks who are just joining the unit, showing up for the first time?
I would say to make sure that you listen to your chief that was in charge of our shop, Chief Master Sergeant retired Brian Labrie. One of the first amazing leaders that I was fortunate to work with and for when I was active duty. And he really set the bar high and didn't even know it. And that was the beauty of what he did. He was just one of those people that just did. I mean, and then you wanted to emulate what he did and how he did it. He came in and just saw things that just didn't seem right in our shop. Like if a piece of equipment was broken, we were presidential support for an HF radio system. And we had 10 radio systems, and if one was broken, everybody operated under the guise that we had to stay until it was fixed or parts were in order. And he was like, we've got 9 other radio sets, I should say. He's like, why do we have to do that? And so little things like that just didn't make sense to him, different set of eyes. And that's just a small example of this kind of stuff that he did that really made him a great leader. You know what I mean? He just, so yeah. And then I would say, enjoy your time, because life goes by fast. And before you know it, you're Loring closed. Trish and I thought we'd end our career there. We thought we were one of those, and bounce around, enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, there's a good piece of advice, right?
Yeah. It was. I mean, looking back on this 30-something year career so far has been a blast. So enjoy the ride.
Yeah, great advice. Cheers. Great advice. And then the next piece is going to be, you're going to have a note. It says, in 30 years, in June of 2025, open this. And it's going to say, don't eat the chicken.
Don't eat the chicken. Don't eat it. Don't eat number 8.
Don't eat All right, we've got number 8 in front of us.
Number 8 got heavily tossed.
Da bomb.
What the hell, Mike? Gosh. What's it called?
Da bomb.
Oh, this is... Sure. All right.
I thought you were going to say you're ready for the question.
Nope.
Oh, this is hitting me worse now than the first time.
2%. That one was angry.
What's the most rewarding moment of your career so far?
Not this one. Holy cow.
Oh. I can barely get it out, man. Oh.
That one is fiery.
I got the question out. You have to get the answer out.
I don't even know what you said.
What has been the most rewarding moment of your career?
Oh, I gave you my answer, not this one, no.
Okay.
Most rewarding. I think becoming a first sergeant. The whole experience of becoming a first sergeant. That was my first step away from comm, and then doing something totally different. Even it was even more scary and weird than getting out of the service, out of the active duty, and then joining, and coming back out. But looking back on it, what an amazing part of my career that was. To work down the med group.
On the taking care of people part, right?
Right,
It's just so ingrained in that first sergeant role.
Yep. So that was by and large the most rewarding for sure. So yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Suggest it to anybody.
And I know that you're very proud of the first shirts, as you've already mentioned in this interview, and you're very proud of the work you do with the first shirts. So, hey, outstanding. All right. We're on number 9. And I think we need to move on quickly, because I think that's the only thing that gets rid of number 8.
God almighty. When I laugh, my lips get on my gums and make it worse. Mm-hmm. Is that normal?
All right, is that it? You ready? Okay. All right.
I feel like Shaquille O'Neal during his, my eyes are watering.
There's a person works out at Wings just off this base by the name of Trish.
Yep.
Trish Niederowski is as much of a part of this wing as you are,
Absolutely.
and in spirit and in also her volunteerism. And we love you both. Just, you know, I can't, whatever you call it, human relations question, feel good question, fun question.
Yep.
I know that you met this lovely lady from Northern Maine because you got sent on active duty to Loring.
I did.
Ironically, probably joined the active duty out of Bangor
Right.
and get sent to the glamorous location of Loring, Maine as your first duty assignment.
Wasn't even on my dream sheet.
Wasn't even on your dream sheet, and maybe never met Trish if you don't get that assignment. But what was your first date? Where'd you two meet?
Wow. So, first noticed her at a football game with my ex-girlfriend, who worked for MWR, so we had to be at the game.
Okay.
I saw her and I was like, wow, that's impressive. And then the young lady and I that were dating broke up, went up to Canada, like a lot of us used to do back in the day. We'd go over to Grand Falls.
Yeah.
And saw her at a club there called Suzanne's. Met her there, chatted her up, and then got to know each other a little bit. But then our first official date was at a great restaurant called Yusef's up in Northern Maine. It's long gone since now. And I knew she was a keeper because she ate half my steak. So I was like, okay, this girl likes to eat, I like to eat, we're gonna get along fine. But that was our first official date. Dinner and a movie.
Yeah.
Typical of back then, especially in Caribou, Maine.
Yeah.
That's what you did. So yeah, it was fun.
A club called Suzanne's.
Suzanne's.
So I'm guessing it's not like a big dance club or a lot of techno people.
It is. It is. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Suzanne's.
Yeah. I don't have moves, if that's what you're gonna ask. I don't.
It just strikes me as more of a dinner club and not a techno club. Number 10, with Chief Niederowski. We're gonna wrap this bad boy up.
Here we go.
There we go.
There we go. Cheers. You keep laughing. You might be my choice.
Open forum, Chief.
Oh.
What do you want to share? What do you want to share with the folks watching this that we haven't already talked about as we roll into
The credits.
as the credits roll?
I would just say that the last several years of this career have been amazing. I want to thank everybody for their support. I'm super proud of this Maine Air Guard and all that we do. And by far, to me, the most amazing refueling wing there is. And the people and the passion that they bring and the knowledge that they bring and the support that they give their people are amazing. So I guess that's it. And I didn't even cry. Well, just pain. Just pain. Tears of pain. So
Well,
appreciate it.
Stan, it's a pleasure working with you. It's
Same.
an honor working with you. And hopefully everybody enjoyed the second edition of the Company Grade Officer Council Scoville Standard interview. And although I'm supposed to be announcing the next officer to take place in this, I haven't fully vetted it. So stand by for an announcement. Take care, everybody. Let's get after the mission. There we go.